Yo everyone, my name is Lynette and today we'll be reviewing your favorite show. It is none other than Singles Inferno Season 2. I've been watching Singles Inferno since Season 1 and I'm a huge fan of it. Honestly, I felt that this show didn't gain much traction at the start. However, after many clips of the steamy scene of the paradise date between Seulki and Jin-young were released online, a lot of people became interested in that show. Even my friends who are not into like dating, variety, romance kind of vibe were all crazy about the show. So let's talk about it right now. Singles Inferno is a Korean dating variety show starring 5 pairs of outstanding, gorgeous and idol-looking singles. They are stranded on an island with no internet, electricity or distractions for 8 days just to date. They can only escape as couples for romantic dates in paradise. I know it's a little late that I'm doing this review given that the show was over more than a week ago. However, I've been watching so many reviews done by other YouTubers and I have so many opinions to share, and also I'll be chiming in my own opinion as well. Overall, I feel that Season 2 is slightly better than Season 1. However, it is very subjective. Season 1 was better for the drama. There were literally so many things happening. Season 2 felt less scripted and more genuine. However, if Jung-woo didn't manage to win Seulki in the end, this whole show would have been a miss. Also, this show felt less scripted because now there's updates of the couples officially going out, the 3 pairs of them, and they have official posts on Instagram. Swoon and Youngjae spotted dating at a cafe in Seoul by fans. So-e and Sejun and another couple, Seulki and Jung-woo, both had posts on one of their Instagram. Cute for the booth moments. My opinion on posting on Instagram, I think it's quite a grey area. They could just be friends hanging out or close friends, or they could be doing it for clout as well. We do not exactly know since the captions were quite unclear and it's not on both sides, it's only from one-sided. Since I'm a huge fan of Season 1 too, I'm gonna try and draw some similarities in between. Okay, so you remember Sehun and Ji-yeon, right? They really give the same vibes as Jung-woo and Seulki as a couple. In their relationship, how hard the guys tried being vulnerable in expressing their purest love, and it touched the female contestants. So now let's go into each couple and talk about their key moments. Firstly, So-e and Sejun. I agree with some online comments that Soe's obsession with Youngjae at the start was overly dramatized by the editing. #evil editing. It seemed to only happen for the first few days, in fact the first 4 days before Sejun came in. But because of the editing, it seems to drag out for such a long time. Hence, I don't think it's fake or weird for her to open up to a new contestant in such a short time. In fact, I think that she may be one of my favorite female contestants because I love how clearly she communicates. When she's not ready, she says it directly to avoid giving people false hope. I think that is something that not a lot of people are able to do. And Sejun was so good in giving her the appropriate amount of space, okay? Appropriate amount to still let her know that I'm here for you, I'm interested, yet you are free to do what you want. Generally, they both seem like very nice, sweet humans. Next, So-eun and Youngjae. Honestly, their relationship was so mature. They knew they had each other in mind and they were not possessive about it. They gave each other space for other contestants to know their partners, and they did not have to be explicit about expressive themselves. I think that's a very high level of love or relationship that they have achieved. That sometimes the other participants felt a little dramatic or childish as compared to them. I don't know if you feel this way. I mean, So-eun still had so much time being the Oni, giving advices to the other girls all the time, even when there was a conflict of interest. Cause I'm sure if you remember at the start of the show, there were multiple girls that was interested in Youngjae as well. I personally think that the type of love they are looking for is very similar, being around the same age too, hence they click so damn freaking well. Lastly, Seulki and Jung-woo. Yes, Jung-woo is often applauded by viewers for being the one-track mind guy since the start of the show. However, since this is a dating show, I don't think it's wrong for other contestants to be more open and explore other possibilities, you know, chat around with few girls before actually making up their mind. So it really depends on personality. Suki and Jungwoo's love story should be a K-drama series. You know how K-drama always shows passionate love that gives you 2000 butterflies screaming storylines, but this love story is actually one that resonates with the average human like us, and it feels within reach. Wholesome with a little sweetness in between. Also, just want to add on that I came across a review that mentioned Suki came from a rich family and is giving off rich and arrogant vibes similar to Jia. However, this has never occurred to me. To me, I feel like she was someone that needed more time to process things definitely, but she was very sensitive of how other people are feeling. And even though she was clearly more into Jin-young at the start, she was still very respectful of Jungwoo and giving him a lot of space and time to enter her life. Also, did I mention that Jungwoo is my favorite male contestant in season 2? Just like how Sehun was my favorite male contestant in season 1. We all love dedicated guys. However, after watching some shots posted online on YouTube, I'm kind of conflicted between Jungwoo and Sejun now because Sejun is so charismatic. I'm not sure if you saw it, but it's about the one how Sejun behaves so differently with his friends and when he with his So-yi. How he's playful, he teases the girls and the other guys in a non-flirty way, whereas with So-yi he's like just head over heels in love, taking care of her. That's so sweet. But if you think about it, Jungwoo is kind of the same way too. And what's my favorite part? Because Jungwoo is so shy. Shy guys are totally my thing. Yeah, I like it when he say that he can't look at her because he's not good at eye contact and she's too beautiful. I just want to die laughing at that part because it's like, oh, so cute. Now, let's talk about Jin-young. He didn't get matched, but there's still a lot of attention on him. He deserves this much attention even though he already has enough girls' attention. Added on to the fact that he joined the show late and probably spent more time in Paradise than Inferno. Honestly, when this man entered the show, he felt kind of familiar to me and my memory came back when it was revealed that he was from the UDT, a special Korean military force, because I've watched another series on YouTube called The Soldiers. I'll put the link down in my description below if you are interested. There are many cute guys in there and I've seen him in it. Although he did not really catch my attention the most, I kind of like the leader of Team Alpha. Seriously, Jin-young reminds me of one of the eye candies that I have in the past, with a very cold outer appearance. He's so shy and then once he opens up, bam, it's the contrast. It's the contrast that gets people. Don't you think so? Because he acts all mysterious and then when he finally decides to, let his guard down and share things about him, it's like, ooh, I must be special. Now let's talk about the impact that changed this whole game to the final decision between the love triangle of Suki, Jin-young and Jungwoo. It was captured here. Suki says that she has always followed her heart and choose to go after the guy she liked in the past, but it's a different kind of love to be receiving so much and to be cared for so tenderly, which is something that I could really relate to because in the past I was very proactive in my relationships in expressing myself, my love to my love interest. Not saying that it's not reciprocated, but I just always feel like the extent of me liking someone is always way greater than the extent of them liking me back. And this brings us to the question of, to love or to be loved. Do you go after someone that you really like even though they don't like you as much? Or do you go after someone who gives you a lot of love yet you like them a little lesser? I think this is something that Suki and I have in common, finding a type of love that feels comfortable. It doesn't give you 2000 butterflies, but of course 2000 butterflies is not practical. It's a feeling that you have in the start. And I believe that, a relationship is maintained through actions and decisions. So finding a type of love that is more comfortable seemed like a better choice for me at my current phase of life as well. So yeah, I watched J-Bro's review and they said that Jin-young F up at this very crucial moment that Suki needed the affirmation that she has not been receiving over the past few days. On the last day, Jin-young asked Suki if she has made up her mind, which Suki answered yes. I felt like that is a very big indicator and for you to also take action. However, when Suki asked Jin-young back the question, Jin-young said that he's still undecided and you could clearly see her disappointed face, guys. So this really made me wonder who was that person that Suki decided on at that very moment when Jin-young asked, and was it this moment that changed the answer? who knows, because we all kind of think that maybe it was Jin-young that was on Seulki's mind when she said yes. However, I do see a possibility that it's Jungwoo too. We won't know unless we ask Seulki herself. Also, would Seulki's mind change if Jin-young was more affirmative? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, because was she already looking for that kind of comfortable love of being loved, or did she decide on Jungwoo because like Jin-young did not give her a clear answer? At the last part, I didn't dare to believe it was going to happen, and I'm pretty sure I was screaming so loudly when she chose to walk out of Inferno with Jungwoo that honestly nobody cares about Jin-young. I'm sure many of you agree with me. That moment makes everything worth it in this show. Since Singles Inferno Season 2 started streaming, I'm sure the participants has gained a lot of social following on their Instagram or their respective YouTube channel. Even Nadine's YouTube video popped up on the feed of my friends who were not even watching Singles Inferno, so I think that's quite a big deal. With this new fame, I'm sure that they would receive a lot more opportunities, and I'm very curious to know what would they do with it. Maybe you will see more contestants opening up YouTube channels, fan accounts, and doing more fan-related activities. Also, news has that there are participants from season 1 and season 2 actually meeting up and then getting to know each other, and there's some things going on, you know, like the internet likes to stir shit up, but we just know that they are hanging out as friends as for now. Singles Inferno Season 2 signing out. I'll be looking forward to Season 3 if they decided to continue this series, and I'll be here to review it again. If you have enjoyed this video, please help me to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you! 사랑해!
Pika, pika, Pikachu, pika, pika.